Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, Usos reunion cements Bloodline story as greatest ever. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I am Elena and I hope you are all having a fantastic day. Thanks for tuning in, keep watching now. The Bloodline saga that has engulfed WWE for the last 4 years was already in contention for the greatest story in company history before Sami Zayn re-entered the picture at Crown Jewel on Saturday. However, the reintroduction of the former Intercontinental Champion has elevated the epic even further, leaving no doubt about its place among other great stories in WWE history. Not only is it attributed to the creative team revisiting the relationship between the honorary Usos and Roman Reigns, Jimmy, and Jey Uso, but it's also because it reintroduces the heart and soul of the saga to the equation. As great as Zayn is as an in-ring performer, he is even better at forging the bonds with the audience that elicit emotional investment. In that regard, he is a modern-day Mick Foley, someone who may not look, act or sound the part of a global superstar in wrestling's most prominent promotion, but whose commitment to himself and his character has helped him become a main event player. Zayn brings a gravity, sometimes levity, to the story that allows it to break from what is essentially a family feud in the vein of The Godfather, with a little Days of Our Lives mixed in for effect. Jey Uso's reunion with his brother and cousin happened relatively quickly, as the familial bond proved to be strong enough to overcome any hostility that still existed. Zayn, though, is the outsider who broke free of Reigns' narcissistic rule and saw the Bloodline for what it was: a vehicle to insulate and protect the tribal chief and his interests at all costs. His return to the picture as the, for lack of a better phrase, wise man to Uso has again taken a story that was focused solely on the core members of the Bloodline and given it an outside perspective. The Canadian is a voice for the audience, someone who is aware of every twist and turn, and recognized the toxic leadership of Reigns before either of the twin brothers. Zayn has warned Uso that re-entering a situation that caused him heartache and suffering, while holding him back from being the man he wanted to be, is not the best move. It's also not something he is willing to sit back and watch unfold. "I'm out," he said on Monday's Raw, seemingly divorcing himself from the situation and creating questions as to whether he will actually be involved in their likely War Games match on November 30 at Survivor Series in Vancouver. He inevitably will be, but the road there and what it means for Zayn and his relationships with Jey, Jimmy, and Reigns will fuel the storyline, which has been as much about the underdog from the underground and his place in the family as it has the actual relatives. When he finally does reunite with the OG Bloodline and combats Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, and Tangaloa, the story will reach its zenith as Reigns recognizes, respects, and values the men he once ruled over with an iron fist and inflated ego.